Hey, Dorian, you there?
Hello, how are you?
I'm good, I'm good. How about yourself, my friend?
Well, I'm working, all day, like hell on the new music video we're gonna put out soon.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember seeing something on the Facebook about the music video. Why don't you tell us something about that?
Well, it's gonna be for a song, Psychotic Rage. I know if you have listened to it. Um, well, the main story is actually a typical horror story, when the girl walks into some house, where there's haunted and stuff, when she see a ghost, and that lady ghost takes her to all the places, in this insane asylum. We actually shoot a music video in old castles, so the atmosphere is, really awesome. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, yeah, that actually sounds really exciting, man. So I guess that would actually lead me into my next question about your album. Is that so? Is it the whole thing? Is it a concept record, or is each song kind of its own individual story?
Yeah, no, it's pretty much it's a concept album. The main story is, there's a main character placed in this haunted insane asylum, and through the songs, he's actually telling us stories of his past life. Takes us on a journey to this world that is basically going on in his own mind, and at the same time, he's also experiencing this horrific life that goes on in the asylum, but at the end he finally gives up. He just can't take it anymore, so he gets in contact with the dark forces, and they finally set his soul free. Yeah. But everyone can imagine the concept, by themselves, you know
Wow.
and
Yeah,
each song
I
actually.
remember when I saw the album cover that you guys did for that. I was
Yeah.
really that really kind of creeped me out and blew my mind. And I heard the intro, and it's just
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
wow.
man, it's awesome. The cover, the front cover actually. Uh, the Mario Lopez did the whole thing. He's a great artist from Guatemala, and we just gave him the basic ideas. What the story should be, what the concept should be, and there's a little girl, as a ghost, and he drew the whole thing down, and we was, oh man, that's great.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
really
so
awesome. Yeah, he did
he's
a really
really
good
awesome.
job on that.
Yeah, yeah, thank you. Yeah.
So, I guess next up, it looks like if you don't mind me asking you some technical questions about the record,
Yeah.
I noticed that you guys have got some really interesting symphonic sounds on the album. What did you use for that?
What did we use? First of all, I'm a big fan of horror films and stuff. The old ones, and symphonic tracks in movies. And I also play keyboards. As a little child, I started to play them. So I did it by myself. The inspiration was always horror movies and stuff, and um, then some of them are actually tracks, created in Cubase with plugins. Some of them are real keyboards, played by me, and I think, you know, it turned out pretty well for the first album.
Yeah, they actually sounded really good. Now, do you mind maybe telling us what particular pieces of gear, like what keyboard or what plugins you used?
Plugins. One plugin. There was so much of them. One plugin was Virtuoso. I think that's the name. Yes,
Oh,
Virtuoso.
Virtuoso?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But that's for the violins, and I don't remember the other ones. There were so many of them. I get plugins and then I erase them. Because they sounded cheap, and it was a lot of them, you know, combined together and stuff. Yeah.
Well, thank you for that. Let's see. So, I guess I noticed that you guys look like you guys recorded this in your own home studio.
Yes, actually, in a place when we rehearse, you know, with very little equipment, we recorded this album. You know, some shitty ass computer and stuff. So I had a little problem, but in the end, it all worked out, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it's the mastering and everything is really, really professional. It sounds
Well, yeah,
very good.
we send tracks, final tracks for mastering to the other guy. You know, I don't have much experience in that, you know, and yeah, he contributed to the songs as best he could. You know, it wasn't perfect recordings and stuff, and we just kind of wanted that he would make it sound a little better, and you know. And yeah, the final result is here.
Hey, it sounds really good. I know Cubase is a popular recording software for a lot of engineers over in Europe and stuff like that too. So
Yeah. Yeah, it's great. It's hard to learn, you know. I didn't learn the half of it yet, but I hope I will someday. And you know, it's a difficult program, you know, for the beginners. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, I mean, it all kind of comes with time and stuff, but it really sounds like you guys did a good job with that, so you're doing something right.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Now, I also noticed on your Facebook page that you guys are currently looking for live band members, or you were. What's your situation for live shows?
Well, if anyone asks, if anyone wants to play, we're still looking, but you know, we have a guitar player and the bass player, and we need to try them out. We didn't do yet, but we will soon, so we will see if they are good enough. You know, we will definitely do live shows soon, very soon. You know, after this video is finished, we are planning, you know, to rehearse together, do more live shows together, then move on, do some new material, you know, the new album and stuff. It will all come, you know. You just gotta give these things time.
Yeah, no, I totally understand. It all does take time. So, does this mean that you guys are already writing material for a second album, or?
Well, we have some ideas, yes, but we didn't sit down yet and, you know, work them over together. But we will soon. You know. Yeah, definitely.
Cool. Now, it looks like you guys aren't exactly signed yet. Is that? I noticed there was a label attached to the record, but when I looked it up, it only had that one album. Is it a new label, or is it your own thing that you started?
No, we actually released a CD through some label, you know, but the promotion is really bad. And so, no, actually, we are looking for one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, what do you guys think you're looking for in a label? You know, we do have a lot of listeners right now. Our viewer count is pretty high, so if there's anything you'd like to say to anyone that could be on a label, by all means.
What do I have to say to them? I don't know, you know. we would like to be promoted. We would like to play, you know, get featured somewhere. Yeah. I don't know, you know. It's always been a dream, you know, to play with the big bands and on the big stages, but we'll get there someday. Yeah.
I definitely think you will. You guys you put out such a strong first release that I think you guys carry a lot of potential.
Well, hope you're right.
Now, well, where was it? Oh, yes. I also noticed in the studio that you seem to use a couple of ESP guitars a lot. Now, are you looking for an endorsement deal with them, or have you already landed one?
No, you know, I love the ESP guitars. I always did. They sound great. No, I don't actually looking for any deals. If that's what you mean.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if you guys had picked anything up or anything, but hopefully you can, because I know endorsement deals are always helpful. see. So if you don't mind, I'd kind of like to ask you about the history of the band, like how you guys got started and such.
Oh yeah, the band was formed by me and my drummer in early 2008. We basically just sat down and started talking about what kind of music we like to listen and what would be fun to play. So then I would like write the first guitar riffs and keyboard melodies down, and he would do a drums on top of all that. And we both like, to play melodic metal, so that was no problem. We get along pretty well, I think, since the beginning. And even before that, we used to play together in a band before Nephthys. We became good friends years before Nephthys was created, actually. So, yeah, that's it.
Okay, cool. Now,
Yeah.
where did the inspiration for your band's name come from? I looked it up and noticed it was an Egyptian goddess, but do you guys have another explanation?
Yes, it's an Egyptian goddess who symbolizes the death experience, goddess of death, funerals. And me being such a big admirer of ancient Egyptian culture, the role of Nephthys as a symbol of a death experience actually inspired me to write about ghosts and afterlife. But then again, I'm also a huge fan of horror movies, so inspired by both, I personally didn't have any difficulties to come up with something that was fun to write about. It will always, Nephthys will always be, as a band, a horror stories and ancient Egypt combined together.
It's definitely a unique concept. Now, with the whole ancient Egyptian theme, I have to ask, are you a fan of the band Nile by any chance?
What was the question again? I didn't hear.
I know that there are some other ancient Egyptian themed metal bands out there, and since you mentioned you're into that whole thing, are you into the group Nile?
Yes, of course.
Had to ask.
I'm into them very much. I'm looking forward to their show this year on Metal Camp. It's our festival in Slovenia. Yes, I can't wait. It's gonna be my first time seeing them in live, so yeah, I'm a huge fan of Nile. Great.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of live shows and such, I know you guys said that you were in the process of trying to get people tried out and stuff like that. By what point, maybe this year, do you think you'll be out there playing shows?
At what time? I don't know. When we get our crew together, try out these two new band members and rehearse, and we are ready for all kinds of shows, also big ones.
Definitely.
Yeah, at least I hope we are ready. We'll see.
Yeah, well, I mean, as you said, all these things do take time, but
Yeah.
you guys have a good sound. I really think you guys will do well.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much for complimenting us, We appreciate it.
Yeah, like I said, I really enjoyed the record. It almost sounds like it could be like a soundtrack to a modern horror movie.
Yeah, that's the thing, that's the inspiration. So we try to combine two of those together, horror movies and metal. I know it's been done before, especially in, like King Diamond and Merciful Fate stuff. They have a lot of ghost stories in there, and but we try to create, something old and something new at the same time. Nephthys will always be, old school kind of guitar riffs and powerful drums, and at the same time, symphonic stuff, soundtracks, and it will get more scary with every album. The sound will be a lot better with every album, since we're gaining experience with recordings and stuff.
Yeah. I'm definitely looking forward to your next record. The first one was mind-blowing. Speaking of which, why don't you tell us where we can actually purchase that?
Purchase. For now, we didn't send them to any shops yet where you could buy it online, but everyone who wants it, you can always find our official email account on all our pages, pretty much, I think. And just write to us and we'll send you. And also we have also T-shirts and stuff. So yeah, go for it.
Excellent. Well, I'll definitely be ordering a T-shirt and a CD soon. Do you guys currently accept
thanks,
PayPal
man.
or?
PayPal, yeah. We're gonna talk about it, yeah. We're gonna talk about that. We want it would be easier for people to buy it, and we are kind of agreeing on the whole situation. What's best for us then, if the record's gonna really be selling that much, that we'll talk about it, and we'll put something on our Facebook account and all the other channels that we're onto, and we'll let you know.
Excellent. You guys could try setting up your own eBay account and selling from there.
Yeah, good idea. I've been thinking about it, but I don't have a lot of experience on eBay and how all things are working. But we'll definitely do something like that in near future. We
Cool.
want to get as much albums out as it's possible. We still have a lot of them. Yeah.
Well, I do wish you the best with that. I know in this day and age, especially with digital piracy and stuff like that, it can be very hard to sell records.
Yeah. I was just looking up. Last week I type in Nephthys Ghost Asylum, and it gave me up on I don't know 35 pages where you can download the album.
Oh man!
I mean, that's a lot, since we are the beginners, and I can't imagine how many pages exist for a known band,
Oh man,
for big bands, it's crap. Yeah.
Oh, I agree. I mean, I remember I was in it was just an online project, and we had 3 songs. We had them on a MySpace page, and immediately they got leaked to torrent sites.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's crap, man.
Yeah.
But it's easier to download, you don't have to buy it, but the sound quality is really much better on a CD.
Always.
Even if they stated on some torrent site or something that it's in high quality, I don't know, but it's still not the same. If you read something directly from a CD, it's kick-ass quality.
Yeah, whenever you get it directly from a CD quality, it's always like 44.1 or 44.8 or 48. Yeah. Sorry.
And exactly. Yeah. So I would like to encourage people to buy our stuff and not download it. Even though I know it's a good commercial move, or a promotion, I would say. Yeah, it's a good promotion for a band, but what can you do?
Yeah. I mean, and to those of our listeners out there, I do encourage you, if you like the stuff that you hear, and I will play a couple more of their songs today, please go and buy their record, go check them out on Facebook. They're a very good band, and they can use your support. But I guess going back to what we were talking about, I did have a few other questions for you. What gear did you primarily use on this record?
What gear? You mean instruments or Cubase?
Instruments, amplifiers, software.
Oh yeah. I used my guitar, ESP Eclipse. It's great guitar. It's nice to play on. As far as amplifier, I used Marshall. I landed it from a friend for the recordings. And we were trying to get the best equipment, for the last cost.
Understandable.
Yeah, and drums, I don't know. Drums were, I think, Minor, Pearl. No, Pearl. Yeah, drums are Pearl Master Studio. Yeah. Then microphone was Shure. And we did it with very little equipment. We only have one how do you say, mix table? Is that right in
Yeah,
English?
like a mixed desk or a
Mixed
mixer.
desk, yeah. Only one, and we had nothing in between, just the instruments, amps, mixed desk, and computer, nothing else. That was it, man.
Ye-
I can't tell you anymore because there wasn't.
Yeah. Now I noticed on some photos it looked like for the bass you were using a Warwick.
Warlock. No, the Warlock was a guitar. I think, I don't know. I had so many guitars. The half of them I already sold out. So the bass was rented, and I'm not sure now. What was it? I don't know. I forgot it.
Oh, okay. Now, when you guys sat down to write this album, what was your whole songwriting process?
Songwriting process. Well, as I said, it was as it begins. Me putting down guitar riffs and keyboards. Then I write them all in Guitar Pro. Send it directly to my drummer, and he did the whole drum things. Then he sent it back to me, and me and him get on to rehearsal, and maybe we created even more. Of course we did. We created much more than it was in the beginning idea, and then I would do vocals on it, see where the vocal lines fit. Even before the lyrics was written, I was just growling something in the microphone on rehearsal, and a lot of times we would tape the rehearsal to see if there's any progress, if there's any mistakes when we watched it at home, and see if what kind of vocal lines fit some part the most. And then again, I would sit down, listen to songs with me growling on it on the rehearsal, and just writing down some stuff, what was more appropriate, and then, I just sat down again. I did a lot of sitting down and write the whole lyrics. The concept of the album came like that. It wasn't planned or anything. It was just an inspiration. Yeah.
As all music should be.
Yeah.
Well, definitely an interesting thing for, how it all came about, especially with you guys, kind of sitting down and working it out like that. So
yeah, it was always me and my drummer. There wasn't anyone else. We had to do it, and we did it, and we will do it more. Yeah.
Definitely looking forward to some future material from you guys.
Yeah, thank you.
I did have a couple more questions. When is your music video for, was it Psychotic Rage you said you were doing the video for?
Yes, Psychotic Rage, yes.
Yeah, when is that one due out?
When is released? Sorry, I didn't heard it.
Yeah, when will it be released?
There's still a lot of work to do. And then again, I'm doing it myself, the editing part and directing part that I did for the recordings, as we shot it. And there's still a lot of work to do, so I can't actually say when it's gonna be out, because that's my first project, as doing a music video. So I don't know how long it takes, but the longer it will take, the better the result will be. I can definitely say that. And I mean, when I wish I could show you right now. I'm doing it for the whole day now. I have some clips finished, and it's like really watching a horror movie or something. It reminds me of a horror movie. It doesn't look like a music video anymore.
That sounds
But there's still a
badass.
lot of parts, where we're playing it. But the most important thing is this video is a story. The
Yeah.
story has a huge part in this video. Yeah, so you won't regret watching it. I can tell you definitely that.
Oh, I'm sure, man. That sounds badass. It really does.
Yeah, I hope it all works out.
So you guys have been filming this and doing all the production work on it yourself, then?
Yeah, yeah. I got a camera, and YouTube was huge help. The people put on YouTube all kinds of stuff. If you type in how to and anything, you will find it. Yeah. So the process took a while, and the shooting took also a while because we were taping actually this in fall and in winter, with snow falling and stuff, because the two stories in the music video, the one story is when all the things are going on in reality, in present tense. Then this girl fall into a trance and enters another world, and there is no snow. There is different world, so we had to shoot it in different seasons to make it happen, that everyone could see that one part is going on in world beyond and one in reality, so yeah, as far as production goes, yeah, I'm gonna count on myself. you know Works hard on this video and make it as badass as possible.
Yeah, and sometimes that's the best way to do it.
Yes, because in the end, you get what you want. You can give your song to some director to do a video on it, and it will turn different than you want it. He will write his stuff, he will make it himself, and of course it can turn out awesome. It usually does, but I've seen music videos, when the video has nothing to do with the concept of the song, nothing, actually nothing. So I like to depend on myself on this, because I know that I will be the one who likes the final product.
Yeah.
If anybody else doesn't like it, I know that I will. So that's the thing.
And I think that's what's most important about helping a musical vision come together is that if it's your music, you should be happy with it above all else.
Yes, that's the first thing, and that's I'm sure we will always do. Of course, there's stuff going on, when you ask yourself, well, what do people listen these days in metal, and what's popular, and you can't really depend on this. You must do it from your heart, because when you like it, everyone else will like it, I think.
Yeah, I agree. Metal is such a always evolving trend in music. It's really hard to say, oh, well, this is popular, so this is what I should do,
Yeah.
or, something of that nature.
Yeah, and a lot of times, in the past years when something good came out, it wasn't good at first, It was, oh, there's melody, that's not metal, there's keyboards, and people got used to it, and now they're huge fans of this band, especially melodic bands and symphonic bands.
Oh yeah, I can imagine. And I'm a huge fan of symphonic metal myself. And literally, I found you guys through like a blogspot site where someone had mentioned your record in the comments when I was looking up some symphonic bands, and your album title was there. And
yeah, great.
Good stuff.
Great.
So then, just a couple of more questions. What tuning did you use on the guitars for this record? Because it's pretty heavy sounding.
Yeah, it's not really that low, you know. It's on D. It's
okay.
D, dropped D. Yeah, drop D. Yeah, so it's, you know, it's still, I'm still able to play it. You know, I remember sometime I dropped my guitar on B, or I don't know what the fuck was it, and it was hard to play. The strings were going all over the place.
Yeah.
You know, I try to find something that it's good to play on, that it sounds good, and it's still deep, you know, deep.
Yeah, no, I totally get you there. Yeah, a lot of bands use the, you know, the drop D, or, you know, they'll tune to a D standard or something like that. But, you know, it's kind of whatever works for you. I was just kind of curious because you guys had a really, really heavy and hard hitting sound.
Yeah, well, it will get heavier on every album, you know. I can assure you that.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too. It's a lot of work, but I'm looking forward to it too.
Yeah. And it looks like you guys are using, I noticed on your Facebook page, you're using just like keyboard soundtracks on your live shows, or are you actually looking for a keyboard player?
Yeah, we are looking. Actually, one guy respond to the advert that we are looking a keyboard player, and he was all happy, you know, and yes, I can play this, but after a while, you know, we talked for half an hour, I think, and we actually both agreed on it that for this record it's impossible to play in live keyboards, because you would need at least 2 keyboards or 3 maybe, you know, at the same time. It still wouldn't be the same. So yeah, talking about it for maybe for the next album, I'm not sure yet, but maybe I can definitely say that guitars will be more in front, you know, that will have the main role as the keyboards do now on this album. So then maybe we'll find a keyboard player, because it would be possible to play them on this album. Yes, it's possible, you know, you can play the main lines, but it's not the same. It's something is missing. So that guy, yeah, said, sure, man. But I asked him, what do you play? I play also drums and guitar. And then I said, ooh, guitar, yeah. Would you play guitar? I would. All right. So he's in the band, but we actually have to try him out. So, you know, it's not something permanent that we have a new guitar player, but I hope it all works out with him. Yeah.
I really hope it does too. Would be cool to see you guys get a chance to do some stuff live, and hopefully come over to the States sometime and play a show.
Yeah, of course.
Well, I guess with that being said, unless you had anything else that you wanted to discuss for promoting your album, I guess we can wrap up.
Oh, I pretty much, you know, said everything I have to. So yeah, thank you very much for the interview, for inviting me to your show.
Not
It's
a
been
problem.
awesome, you know. It's awesome show also. I love it.
Yeah. And be sure to let me know when you guys have another record coming out. I'd love to have you come in again.
Oh, you won't miss it. I will bother you with it.
Excellent. Excellent. I look forward to it.
Yeah. All right.
Well, Dorian, you take care, and thank you so much for coming in. It was a pleasure.
Yeah, no problem. It was a pleasure for me. Yeah, take care.
You too, man. Cheers.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Cheers. See ya.
Bye.
Okay, everyone, that was Dorian from Nephthys. Really, really excellent band. Their album Ghost Asylum is already out now. You can go over to their Facebook page and check it out. By all means, ask them any questions you have about the record, and be sure to buy it. If you like symphonic black metal, I promise you will not be disappointed. We'll have some more of their songs coming up on the show today. And I guess with that being said, let's get back to some more music.